This week, our first student, Super 7 Athlete of the Week, takes us to Williamsville North High School, where we introduce you to Catrabone, a defending state champion in wrestling who's looking to repeat after bringing the Spartans their first title in program history.
First off, it looks like, I know we're talking almost a full season past that moment, but going back to then, like, how special was that for you to, have yourself in the record books as the Spartans' first ever champion?
Yeah, I mean, it was just something. It was like a work in the making, because I've been on the team since I was in 7th grade. So since I was in 7th grade, that was a goal of mine to become a state champion. And I mean, yeah, I've been to the state tournament. That was my 5th time going to the state tournament, and it was just a matter of staying relaxed and just having fun doing what I like to do, which is wrestling.
So obviously this year you come back with the mindset to focus that you want to repeat. What does that take for you to get this done?
Just doing the same thing, just doing what I like to do, which is wrestling, and wrestling the best I can, not worrying about what other people are doing, just worrying about what I'm doing, and if I'm worried about me doing my best, I can't lose.
So that being said, too, what more is there, aside from winning the you've done so much in your career, and I'm not even just talking what you did last year winning the state championship.
Yeah.
By the time you started wrestling, you've pretty much dominated in almost every facet of it. What more for you is there left to prove of what you've done so far here at Williamsville North?
Yeah, so it's more about proving things to myself. I want to be the best wrestler in the country by the time I'm done with high school wrestling, and if not, then we're on to college and on to bigger things. At the end of the day, they don't remember what you did in high school. They remember what you did afterwards, and doing things that other people haven't done before, and that's what excites me.
Before we talk about Michigan, I see the logo right on your sweatshirt.
Yeah.
The moment you became the #1 ranked wrestler at the 140 in your weight class here in New York State,
yeah.
You talk about wanting to be the best wrestler when it's all said and done. When that moment happened for you, how gratifying was that? And was there a moment where you kind of recognized the achievement you had, but you also thought to yourself, I still have more to give. Like, this is great. It's great being the #1 ranked wrestler in New York State, but this is like far from.
Yeah, right. Yeah, for sure. I mean, becoming a state champ was a goal, not the goal. You know what I'm saying? The goal is to just become the best wrestler I can, and to figure out where that takes me, whether it's the Olympics, Division I national title. I mean, we're gonna find out. So.
Now talking about Michigan, you committed when you were what grade were you in?
It was October of my sophomore year I committed.
I would say, so it was early. So when you finally got to put pen to paper, I mean, like,
yeah.
What was that moment like? After the long way, you commit, and then you put the pen to paper, and you got a million other things going on.
Yeah.
But you finally get to officially call yourself a Wolverine all that way. Tell me about that.
Yeah, it was just a matter of. I mean, it was over 2 years after I committed that I finally signed. So I mean, it doesn't feel too much different. It's just a little more like it's really happening, because in 10th grade it's like, oh, this is the future for me 3 years from now, but now it's in less than a year that's going to be my life.
What did being a Spartan do for you that you feel like will take you to the places you want to go when you become a Wolverine?
I really don't know yet. I mean, we're gonna find out. I'm not gonna be home. I'm gonna be all alone in Ann Arbor. I mean, there's gonna be there's no blood family there. Just gonna find out. The one thing that's gonna be the same is that I'm gonna be wrestling every day, doing what I'm still doing every day, just at a different level. So it's exciting.
Wrestling is a sport that I think a lot of people who don't know about the sport, don't watch the sport, maybe underestimate, even though it might be hard to underestimate the grind, but underestimate the grind that it takes to be a good wrestler. It's not like it's a winter sport. It's a year-round thing for athletes like you who want to be the best at it.
Yeah.
What has been the best support system for you into making sure that at every step, at every level, you were taken care of and you were able to do that? Probably
just my family and my coaches that believe in me and want to see me win just as bad as I want to see myself win. And yeah, like you said, I mean, there's nothing quite like wrestling. It's not like it's one-on-one like fighting, but fighting you fight a couple times a year. Wrestling, you're wrestling multiple times a day, multiple times a week. It's not. You're weighing in 1, 2, 3 times a week. There's no room to breathe. You know what I mean? It's not like there's no sport like it.
Obviously, I gotta ask this too. Like, no place better than Big Ten wrestling. There's
Yeah,
no
that's
doubt.
right.
It's better than
Without
Big
a
Ten.
doubt.
That's not a question. But you also go into Michigan. I know Michigan has a good program, but obviously people are going to think college wrestling, they're going to think Penn State, they're going to think Iowa. Is there, I don't know, something exciting about Michigan right now that you, even maybe back a couple years ago when you signed, that you are now looking forward to, or you feel like it's building momentum-wise, that you feel like you're going to be able to kind of contribute?
Yeah, I think without a doubt, within the last couple of years, I think Michigan's starting to stamp themselves as one of the best wrestling programs of all time. And hopefully by the time I'm there, we'll end up as national champions. I mean, hopefully, who knows now, but time will tell.
What's that feeling to be like? I mean, this is a big type of stuff.
Yeah.
But it's kind of like cool to think it from my,
For sure,
from
yeah,
my perspective,
yeah.
like the first match against like Penn State, Iowa.
Oh, I know. No, I think about that all the time, and it's exciting. It's like it's almost like you know, wrestling in college is kind of like it's almost like playing football in the NFL or something like that. That's what it's like it doesn't get too much greater than that. I'm gonna be wearing the Block M as if wearing the Buffalo Bills logo on your helmet or something. That's how it feels. That's how it's gonna feel.
Last thing I want to ask you, Kim, what is your, if you have one, a pre-wrestling, pre-match routine? Because it's not only, you're not doing this just for the Spartans here. Obviously, it's Christmas and like there's so much travel and other organizations you're doing to keep yourself sharp throughout the season. Is there a way that you approach every day, every match? Is there a specific music?
Yeah, for me, I just try to, you know, I try to feel good. I try to be hydrated, and mentally, I just like to stay calm, relaxed, and just recognize that like there's no place I'd rather be. You know what I'm saying? Like I'm wrestling. This is what I love to do. This is what I was born to do. So whether I'm nervous or anxious or whatever it is, this is what I'm meant to do, and I'm about to step out there and do what I was born to do.